Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is a Patreon exclusive video, a build and commentary video of the Medieval Blacksmith set. So I've already done bags 1 through 5, which is all of this, and then 6, 7, and 8 is the second story. And I don't know how many bags I have left, but I'm going to keep working on the next layer of this set in this video. So I'll speed the video up, but then I'll record some commentary over it as well. So enjoy. Okay, starting on bag 9 here, we are making the third floor of this medieval blacksmith set. And interestingly enough, it has some plates that go underneath the main kind of base plate there, and a cutout for these stairs, which is quite nice. And this is going to be somewhat different than the other levels because this level is going to incorporate the roof and kind of the slanted frame of that, and so it does not have all 4 walls going all the way around it, but it does use some interesting pieces, some interesting techniques in here. We just did a little cutout for kind of a desk and a stool. It uses this, what I think is like a fire piece, but molded in blue or purple, I believe, to indicate, I think, the kind of feathers of a quill. Now we're tiling out a bear rug, and I actually did this incorrectly, so I'll have to fix that later in the video. It was 1 stud over. But very interesting to me that LEGO decided to do a bear skin rug in a set, because it very much is suggesting that a bear was killed and skinned. Either way, it's a good detail. It's a nice detail. Maybe it's period appropriate. But I did put all that tile bear skin rug over 1 stud too far, and we'll have to work somewhat hard to correct that, but that is in a little bit here. Now we are making a bed for the kind of bedroom up top here, and we use another really nice kind of quilted pattern and some interesting pieces to kind of make a bed. I've made a lot of different Lego beds from different sets. A lot of modular buildings will have them, but I like that they don't always use the same techniques and same pieces, and so that's really refreshing. I did mix up a color there, and now hopefully I got it correct. I think that kind of quilted pattern on the bed looks really, really nice. So very, very pleased with that. We also added a chest in there and then a support beam in there as well. Now we kind of add some of the, I don't know what the word is, trusses or something, these kind of arches to support the roof, the load-bearing stuff at the top, and continue the kind of angle of the wall there. Here's where I realized that I made a mistake because that pillar is supposed to be 1 stud over. Which then also means that the entire bear rug also is supposed to be 1 stud over. I probably could have left it, but just to make sure I got everything correct, I did try and fix that, and it took me a long time, and I maybe ruined a couple brick separators trying to get all those tiles off the base plate. But eventually I did, and I corrected my error, and then got that support beam all finished here. Now we add kind of a small little bit of roof to the little cutout for where that desk is, which is a really nice detail. I love how we've done the tiling of the roof, which we had a little bit of in the second story, but now have, well, eventually in the next bag, we'll have a lot more. Here we're kind of building out more of the support beam there, and now the kind of angled pieces that will clip together, that will close up any gaps and will fit onto the wall using some pins and bushing kind of pieces there. So you make 2 of these kind of angular pieces that are identical, and they'll kind of just sit really nicely on either side there, and then we pin those in. And then we move on to the next bag, and the next bag is where we get to see how this roof is constructed using a bunch of these Nexonite shields of various colors, which is really, really cool. I think it's a great effect for tiling out the roof. How they've mixed in when it's a certain color versus a different color, when it's got studs versus a tile or a shield, is really, really well done. It kind of adds to this sort of weathered kind of hand-fixed, hand-built kind of nature of it, which I think is very, very cool and appropriate for the time. I really like how the roof comes down at one angle, and then we use a couple ball joints to make the lower part of the roof come down at a slightly different angle. It's a really nice effect, and the way that the roof kind of sections sit onto the main structure is really well done. It's easy to take them off and put them on, and it doesn't feel like they're going to fall off, even though they're not like studded down and not necessarily clipped to anything. It still feels pretty secure, which is really nice. We make a little window section here that goes in that cutout, which is interesting. I wasn't sure if I did the roof sections part on that correctly. And into the next bag, we work on the chimney continuing, which runs through all the levels from the furnace or kiln or whatever, from the blacksmith area or the workshop area up to the main level with the kitchen and the stove for that, and then into the top floor here for a fireplace and out the roof. So that's nice that that's a through line continuing throughout the whole building there. And now we are making more of the roof, again kind of making note of when we use different colors and when we have studs visible versus not. It's really, really well done. I have to give a lot of credit to the designers for that, because not only is it kind of a unique piece to use or system to use for tiling the roof that I think fits really, really well. I think just the choices of the colors and the pattern here, or lack thereof, is very smart and looks really, really good. So very, very pleased with that. And now we've gotten that on there, and we are finishing up. We'll put this on top, and that's that. Okay, now we have the roof section on here. This is, I think, 13 bags, and that's pretty much everything for this this medieval blacksmith building here. I have one bag left, which is, I think, kind of a side carriage build and a couple of other minifigures, and I don't know what else is in there, but I will save that for the next video. And this has been really, really lovely. So thanks for coming along on this build with me. And until next time, thanks. Bye.